it's Max Steel.
Lucas fan of Max Steel.
Max Tip. Anyway.
The face you just gave me. Aren't you proud of me? It wasn't even like exaggerating. You were like a genuine like
For real, dude. Max Tip. No, but so like we were just discussing about how like, what the fuck, bro? That's my drink. Anyway, but like we were just discussing how like you'll realize something about your past and then you'll see something relevant to it. Like a couple months ago, I remembered like because for like 12 years I was trying to remember like the name of this character or this show, and it was Max Steel, and like I couldn't remember it for the life of me. Like a few months ago, I was like, "Oh, Max Steel! Holy shit!" And it just came to me like randomly. I wasn't even thinking about Max Steel. It just came to me.
Just eating.
Yeah,
Steel.
for real. No. Like I was doing. I think I was like just doing something on the internet. And I was like, "Holy fuck, Max Steel! That's it!" And like I remembered it. And then about a week and a half later, I saw the commercial for the new like Max Steel on Nicktoons come on, and I was like, "What? What the fuck? I just got it."
And then today
I found a Max Steel toy. This one looks really old though, like
probably one of the original Max
like
Steel
one
toys?
of the original ones, yeah, 98.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah,
Dude.
Did that? I explained to you how that happened with me in Daikatana, right? When
Yeah.
I was watching John and I watched like his first video on Daikatana, and like a week later there was a lady in my neighborhood who had a garage sale and she was selling N64 games. There were just a bunch of like sports games, but one of them was Daikatana.
Yeah, like
And at the same garage sale, okay, this happens multiple. I was watching some top 10 video or something, and one of the things they said was like Dead or Alive volleyball, which I'm like, this can't be real. This is a weird game. Same garage sale. She had multiple copies of it for the Xbox.
multiple.
And then when I started reading about Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I'm like, man, I kind of want to see this movie. Same garage sale. She had a Blockbuster like rental copy of it.
Huh.
And I'm like, that's weird.
So this must have been like right after Blockbuster went out of business?
Yeah.
Because whenever they went out of business, at least in our area, I'm pretty sure they sell Blockbusters actually. Okay, remember how I told you like on it would have been yesterday that I dreamt an entire weekend?
Yeah.
During that weekend,
I go to Blockbuster?
No. We went to fucking we were like in like New York or some shit, and like we were going to we went up to this big building, and like I saw like on the left was a giant glass building, and then in front of us was this giant like, you know how Blockbusters look, how they have like that white like
Yeah.
not
Like
concrete,
square.
not concrete, but it's like that stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was basically a building with that. And it was basically like a giant Blockbuster, and it said up in the top right, it said Blockbuster, but like the little rippage part, like that had fallen off, like on all Blockbuster signs for some reason. Like, have you ever noticed all Blockbuster signs have like something wrong with the sign?
Yeah.
And like, but like the little like part where the ticket would have been ripped had like fallen off.
So
and,
it was
like,
just...
so you saw like the metal like frame inside. And then like it said Blockbuster, and then there was like a little HQ right below it, and I was like, "Holy shit, Blockbuster headquarters!"
Don't you love it how like sometimes your dreamers just like are stupidly blunt?
Yeah,
just to further the plot of your dream.
Basically, and like so, but we went into the building on the left, which was made of glass, and we went upstairs, and it was like they had like from the top of the building down was like every single Lego set ever made, and they're just built and like on display.
The Blockbuster?
No,
oh,
it was like
glass.
next to the Blockbuster. Okay. And so like we went in and like it was like glass and like huge building, and like they had every single like set of Legos from like the top down. And like so they had all these sets, right? The first this building was like really fucking tall, and about a quarter of it was filled. And that was every set of Lego toys. So they had basically 75% of it. They were like, "Yeah, we're just anticipating for the rest of the lifetime of Lego." And I was like, "Well, okay."
I want someone to make like a video store or like a place that sells movies, you know, and then have multiple floors or multiple rooms, and it's like 20s, 30s, and then 40s,
for
60s,
real?
and then eventually it'd have to be one room, like so 60s movies. Here's a room for 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and I guess the next decade,
2010s.
Yeah,
yeah, like I almost feel like now that movies, because it's weird because you really couldn't say that movies had become a staple up until the 80s. Like they became
maybe like the 60s.
60s?
Yeah.
Staple in like mass media everyone's been to multiple movies per year.
I'd say like 50s, 60s.
50s, 60s?
I would even
Okay.
go back to say maybe 50s, yeah.
Really?
Because the 20s is when they started like getting really big.
They're
In the
making
30s they started like getting like talkies and stuff, and then 40s was just whatever 50s B movies and stuff. So actually, I'd say by the 50s. That's when
Dude,
they all
if
did
you watch...
B movies.
Okay,
and
we
stuff.
talked about this already. If you watch, like, Doctor Who and, like, that other stuff in HD, it looks so good.
Yeah.
It's like every time you watch, like, an old black and white show, you watch it in standard definition, and it's, like, grainy and stuff. But, like, if you watch it in HD, it's, like it almost looks better than HD movies now.
That's why I love.
Just in black and
that's
white.
why I like Criterion Collection. Because like you can buy like say you wanted to watch The Gold Rush by like Charlie Chaplin and you bought it on DVD. It would probably be like 4x3 and it'd probably just be like a standard print or whatever. But then Criterion will get the actual like print, so it'd be widescreen and then or not necessarily widescreen, but like and then they would clean the film, like they would clean the print and make it look super nice, which is why they're awesome. By the way, just go out to like a local video store or whatever, and just, if you see the Criterion Collection, just buy that DVD. It doesn't matter what movie it is.
How big is it?
How big is it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The Criterion Collection. Like, how many movies are in it right now?
Oh, like, let's see. I don't know.
You want to say a couple hundred?
Well, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is like 300 and something.
Oh, okay.
And that came out, and that was released by them a couple of years ago.
Couple years ago?
So like in the movie world, like for like a wide audience, most people don't know what Criterion Collection is, but if you're into movies, you know what the Criterion Collection is.
The Criterion Collection, basically, if it's got a label Criterion Collection, it means that's a movie that you're supposed to have.
Yes,
already.
basically.
And like they basically take it to its top.
Well, Criterion is either like movies that you have to own, like really classic stuff, or classic stuff that not many people know, or stuff that aren't considered classics because no one has ever seen them.
Really?
Yeah. Like Chasing Amy by Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
That's on there.
Really?
Because they consider it a contemporary classic.
Like a miss scene.
That's why Fear and Loathing is in there too, because it's a contemporary. And Repo Man, which you wouldn't expect a movie like Repo Man to be on a Criterion Collection, and it's on there. And the promo or the teaser they did, every month they release like 1 or 2 movies, and they'll release like a picture or an image of a teaser. And the teaser they did for Repo Man, they had the Criterion Collection box, but it was just white with a bright blue like band across it, and it just said movie. Because a joke in Repo Man is everything is generic.
Yeah.
Like they go into stores and there's bags of flour and bags of food and
where do
cans
they
of
do
drink.
that?
Repo Man.
No, where do they do like the hint or whatever?
On their website.
Well, is it just Criterion Collection?
I think Criterion.com.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Check this shit out. And
Do they sell all their DVDs on their website?
Yeah,
Okay,
they're like
cool.
$30, and now they started doing them where it's $30 and it comes with the Blu-ray and the DVD.
Dude, that's sweet.
And like they're really nice boxes. Like it's like cardboard. It's all cardboard.
Oh,
You
it's
open
like
it
the
up,
cardboard sleeve and like
and cardboard sleeves, and you open them. There's like a thick ass booklet and shit.
that's nice.
Yeah, Criterion.
We need to like whenever we're doing movies, we need to first go to the Criterion Collection and see if they're in there.
I made a list of why 2014 was a good year, and like stuff that I listed off was like the Boondocks is coming back. LCD Sound System is releasing their 4-hour long final concert on like vinyl, so that's cool.
Yeah.
The Beatles got to keep their copyright, and Criterion Collection will be releasing A Hard Day's Night for the 50th anniversary in June, I think.
Okay, but the Beatles keeping their copyright, that's cool. It's like really cool, but it also like I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like I feel almost like it's a crime cuz like you said them like they don't let anybody use their music.
Yeah, there's very few movies that actually use actual Beatles recordings.
I just like I mean like I want to pay so much like respect to them that like if I were to make a movie, I would want to put at least one song in there like and if I feel like if they don't know me, they wouldn't let me do it.
Like I know Ghost Town with that's a Ricky Gervais movie. That opens
Ghost
up.
Town.
Yes. That
Like
opens
Water
up.
Train.
That opens up with a Beatles. I think it's like I'm looking through you. Get it? Cuz Ghost.
Bus World.
Yes.
Anyway,
But like I feel like keeping the Beatles out of like the public domain or whatever, I feel is awesome because that means people just can't reproduce it over and over again and put it in just any movie they want.
do you know what for an idea or maybe it's an invention. No, inventions are like 5 years. For if you were to like patent an invention, you get 5 years to make profit off of it and then everyone else is allowed to make a rip off of it.
Yeah, that's why That's how it was like with medicine, and then like a couple years later, Walmart could make their own like version of it.
Yeah.
And shit.
And so like that's kind
Dr.
of like
Thunder. Because they also had to release that after like 10 years, I think.
Yeah, but like
So there is
that's
no
more
Coke.
of that's more of like a
There is no more Coke secret formula. Everyone kind of knows it.
yeah, everyone. Yeah.
And I feel like if you drink a knockoff Coke and you think, no, Coca-Cola still tastes different. I think it's just like mental.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
A lot of it is. But it also is kind of like Coke's machinery that they use. It's been making Coke products for like years.
So that shit's just laced with it.
So well, not even like it's laced with it. It's just kind of like other places will like buy new stuff and you'll taste like the like you know how like new metal always come with like grease on it no matter where you touch it. It's like
yeah.
Oh, there's grease. Yeah. Like I feel like you almost get that sometimes and like if they use the equipment before, it just tastes like the other drink mixed with it, and like there's a lot of factors that come into play with that. But like, so okay, one of the things I've been wanting to talk about with you is you know how whenever like Coke switched to New Coke back in like I think
in
it was
the
80s, yeah, and then like they were like we're switching back to Coke Classic. By the way, I think they just recently dropped the Classic off of Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
and they
because it's Classic was like. People didn't really notice it, but Classic was still like attached to it.
Yeah, Classic
like
was still
tag.
attached to it up until like 2006, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? And like I used to notice it all the time. Like, why does it say Classic? But
some
like,
stuff still has that, like Coca-Cola, and then under it, it's like Classic.
Yeah, but like they basically used that time when they switched to New Coke and everyone started going towards Pepsi, and then they switched back and everybody came back to Coke. They used that time to switch from real sugar
to
corn syrup.
Yeah,
that's genius.
Yeah, so they wouldn't notice like because
they were missing the taste and like people like if you did a hard set of like releasing sugar products and then releasing corn syrup products, people would be like, this tastes really weird.
Yeah,
right.
Like if you were to go to Mexico and buy a Coke, you
would know a difference.
Yeah, it's like way different. Which is why I like Mexican soda more than opposed to like
Mexican soda is on the rise in America,
which is great.
It's freaking.
There's this
amazing.
really cool brand called Jarritos, Jarritos.
I think I've had some of that.
It stands for jugs. But
does it?
Yeah. Jars, jugs, something like that.
Huh.
And it's like that. It has little pictures of pitchers and shit.
Huh.
But they come in glass, like in glass bottles or whatever, and they taste amazing.
Really?
Because they're all sugary.
What flavors do they have?
Like just pineapple, lime, strawberry, fruit punch, cherry, grape, orange.
So basically, just the flavors.
Just fruits. Yeah, just the flavors. But it's like really good. Like my favorite one is the lime. Because what is that? Yeah. Okay. So and like I was watching some video about like New Coke and shit.
Yeah.
But apparently like people were like, New Coke sucks. We want old Coke back, which is what they planned on anyway. But like apparently like it won blind taste tests.
Yeah.
Like when pitted against like normal Coke, they liked New Coke better. But then people just didn't like.
But
New
it's
Coke
the brand.
Yeah.
It's just like whenever you set a brand with something, it's like this is different. Like I feel like if Coke would have made a branch company and taken New Coke and like put it to that
and made a new just like
sort of like with Sprite, what they did like with Coke, there's basically Sprite and Coke, and like Coke is their dark drink and Sprite is their light drink, and a lot of companies will have that. Like they'll release a cola and a lemon.
Dr. Pepper is owned by Pepsi, right?
No, Dr. Pepper's its own.
Oh, independent. Okay.
Company. Yeah, they're like with some bottling company. I think they're either with their own bottling company or like they're with a bottling company that's like
Mountain Dew is with
Pepsi.
Pepsi, okay.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
Mountain Dew is probably my favorite soda altogether, but like I don't really like Pepsi.
I don't like Pepsi that much.
I don't like.
You know you're saying that I don't really like Coke that much.
I don't like Coke that much either.
Like I'll drink it if it's like around. Like I'll drink it, and like I have noticed like our friend Logan said it as a joke, but it's kind of true. The best way to drink Coke is in the middle of summer when it's hot and you have it cold as shit.
Yeah,
and basically. It just tastes great.
It tastes,
and that's probably
good.
Just because you're thirsty.
Yeah, and like I can pay testament to that a little bit. Like whenever I go over to my friend Killian's house, like you know Killian. Whenever I go over to Killian's house, like all he has is Coke usually, and like I'll drink it and I'll just be like, it's soda, you know, like
yeah,
I'm drinking soda.
That's how it is at my friend Fritz's house. He'll usually just have Coke, but like I don't know, like I guess his family like do a thing where they'll buy more than they need and then store the stuff
Yeah.
until they complete. So like he'll just have Coke, like a bunch of Coke, and then when it's like anyone want anything different, I'll be like, oh, I kind of want something different, and he'll just go into a garage and he just has more sodas. So that's always great.
Yeah, like I like people who like buy shit and then stockpile it. Like realize, we got way too much of that.
Just store it.
Just store it, and because like it was like that with your aunt for a while. Like she got a lot of drinks for a party or something like that, and
which
the
never ended up happening.
Party just never happened. So we ended up having like a shit ton of 2 liters every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
It was great. Now there's still soda in there, but it's not like
it's like all Coke.
Yeah, it's all Coke.
That's kind of the sad part.
And at Jackson's house, it's exclusively ginger ale.
Really?
Like Canadian dry. Yeah.
Canadian dry is pretty good though.
Yeah, which I like.
Yeah, but like I can't drink a whole lot of ginger ale though.
Me either, but I
like ginger ale is that drink that I'm just like ginger ale. Like whenever I can have it, it's like that's pretty good. Like
because it's not the thing like it's like hey, do you want like a? It kind of reminds you of Sprite. Like if you go to like a 7-Eleven and you have a large array of sodas, you usually don't pick ginger ale.
Yeah,
just because it's like but
like
there's Dr. Pepper there.
But like if you're like looking at Coke and ginger ale like next to each other, you're like, holy shit, you guys have ginger ale, and it's like. God damn,
yeah,
I'm having
I
some
only
of that.
drink ginger ale when I'm at somebody's
other
house.
people's houses.
Yeah, because
not even your own. Like if you guys have ginger ale in the fridge, you're like, why did we get ginger ale?
Yeah. Or like if I'm at a store and there's a ginger ale sitting right next to a Coke, I'd probably be like, I guess there's nothing to drink. But at someone else's house, I'll be like, oh, ginger ale.
Yeah,
that's refreshing.
But I'll like drink ginger ale and I'll have one. And I'll be like, oh, that's good. Like I feel like I'm not thirsty for like a few hours at least.
Yeah.
And if I am thirsty, I'm like looking at ginger ale like.
That's kind of
not too thirsty.
That's kind of a weird thing like that I have with Sprite. Like Sprite, like every time I have Sprite, I'm like, why don't I get this more often? Because I really like Sprite.
It's really good. But like, if you drink way too much of it, you're just like.
Yeah. And here's the thing: I hate Sprite from a can, and I hate Sprite from a 2-liter. What? But then just like the small bottles or from the fountain, I can drink. It might even just be completely in my head, but like it tastes different.
I think I understand. Like from the bottle, I feel like.
I hate it especially from the can. Like if I'm in a party or something and there's only canned Sprite, I'm just like fuck Sprite.
I just don't like anything from a can really.
I drink stuff from a can.
Like I'll drink stuff from a can.
I don't like Coke from a can.
The only thing I can not at all
drink from a can.
No. Never mind. Fuck that. The one thing that I really can like I will drink from a can and like I can't see drinking it any other way.
Monster.
Well. Energy drinks in general.
Oh.
But like anything like that's supposed to be regular soda, it's like it's in a can, like it's like metal. It's not. I don't like it tastes like metal.
I don't like Sprite from a can because I don't like the taste, and it might be mental, but whatever. And I hate Coke from a can because now I realize that drinking Coke from a can, I just don't like. Any other soda.
Anytime there's cans of Coke, like that's how Killian has it. We like pour it into cups.
Which just makes it better. My dad hates drinking from a can, and like I never understood why until now. And it's not even like there's a definite answer, but I just like I feel you. Like,
yeah,
he hates cans. So if there's like Dr. Pepper, and we'll usually buy like a 12-pack that comes in like the box or whatever, he'll take the can and just pour it into a glass. And I was like, why don't you just drink from a can or whatever? And then now I'm just like, okay, yeah.
Humans have like we've gotten this weird mental like. I realized how fucking amazing a can was in my first hour the other day. Like I was looking at it and I'm like. What the shit? And I'm like, we basically took metal out of the ground, formed it into this capsule, put liquid in it. Liquid, that basically like the essence of life, put it into a capsule, a metal capsule, boom, here you go.
And it'll seal it.
And like imagine, you could just throw it. Like, okay, this sounds really weird. Imagine, you can just throw that and it wouldn't matter. And then somebody could catch it and be like, alright, cool. I've got this liquid now.
Okay, you know how like in you know how, like, okay, I don't know why, but I never noticed this until, like, I started watching it again. In Dragon Ball Z, when they have Coke, like, when they have soda, they have it, like, in these little, just, like, cans, like, normal cans. And for some reason, it always looks super realistic to me, like, super futuristic to me, which is stupid, because I'm drinking it while I'm watching it.
Yeah.
But, like, it kind of hit me, like, yeah, you're right. It's like, we put drinks in these little containers, like, metal.
Okay, it's not even that it's like, okay, we put drinks in there. We put liquid.
And sealed it. And then you just have to pull a little tab, and then you hear a snap, and there you go, refreshment.
Yeah,
which is weird. Like and like, I like how like the design of cans have changed. Like cans now are different from the ones from the '80s, and the designs from the '80s are different from the ones from the '60s.
The ones from the '80s were like, if you look at some of the original like canned products, it's some of them have like screw off tops,
Yeah.
which is weird. But like they're usually like the bottom was completely flat. It was almost like taking a jar of like green beans and putting a tab on it.
Yeah, because I noticed that in the 60s, like I watched a lot of like black and white 60 movies because I don't know, there was a part in the summer where I got into a bunch of art films for some damn reason.
Yeah.
But and then they were drinking soda and it was just like these thin.
Yeah, they were like really small.
They were like thin and then they were flat on both ends and like the tab was just like
it was like a triangle.
It was like a handle and you peel it off.
Oh yeah, okay, I know.
You just like take the thing off. You'd go bink and then
that's
there's a triangular hole.
Yeah, that's because we hadn't like thought of like snap tops yet.
Yeah, and then so you just unclip the top and then
it's kind of like with cans where they have the thing and you go and like peel the entire top off, but it's like just a little bit.
And you know who used that?
Who?
And recently, in Jimmy Neutron, they had a drink called what was it? Purple
Flurp.
Purple Flurp, and the can is already a cool design because it's like it looks like a modern can and it has like ridges in it.
Yeah.
And like I noticed like they have that thing where it's like a little triangular hole.
Yeah.
So I remember in the movie when you would shake it off and you'd pull the string and you'd see the just flat.
With cans, you'll still see like the little triangular hole, but it'll more often be like I think Slim Fast uses it. I think like fruit drinks use it a lot. Like not like I'm talking like Vietnamese like coconut.
Okay, I know what you mean.
Like coconut drink in a can,
okay,
or like pineapple in a can. It's like that stuff, like that juice. Like usually it's just kind of like, and it's like a triangle.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like
which I like. Okay, you know what? I kind of like that design better. Well, the one that just snaps might be better. Like
okay, yeah, but I like the flatness.
I like the flatness of it. Also, I hate when my nose.
Cylinder.
Okay, I have a pretty big nose, and I hate when my nose hits the little tab. And like this was even when I was little. I just hate having the tab and like maybe a drop of soda gets on the tab and like it leaves sugar residue, so it's sticky, and then it'll touch just the tiniest piece of my nose, and then that part is just sticky and it bothers me.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll turn it this way, but then that doesn't feel right because it's like, oh, something's touching me on this side, but it's not on this side. And I'll take it off, and it's either poke myself or slice myself. Yeah. Because the little wheel thing is sharp.
I bite the wheel off. Like anytime I pull off the tab, it's just like sitting there, and I'm like, and I just break it off with my teeth.
See, I can't do that with my mouth.
I'm a genius.
You are.
No, I like cook it in like here, and then I just kind of like.
I can't because I'm imagining I'm like, I like try to pull it and then, oh, there's a slice down my lip now.
Yeah, I feel it. Like, I don't know. A lot of people think I'm weird because I like. Well, I am.
You are.
I'm kind of weird. I like. Sometimes I'll just take bites out of cans. Okay.
Yeah, that surprised me because I was. I didn't really know him that well, but we would get off in the same bus stop and we'd just go walking. One time he had a can and he just started biting into the can. And then he was like half a can. And then both me and Jackson just looked over at the same time. We're like, what the fuck are you doing?
And I was like, chewing on this can.
And I was the first one. I was like actually like kind of concerned. I'm like, wouldn't you cut yourself?
No, I've done it before. Like usually whenever I bite into cans, I'll like bite it down to where I'm not able to cut myself. And I'll still get like little cuts, but like nothing I notice while chewing. And I'm just like, I'm lacerating the inside of my cheek. But like,
why? So why?
What?
So why chew on aluminum? You fucking.
It's like I never used to have gum. Like I was never given gum as a kid.
Me either. And then I just never liked gum.
I would just find. I mean, like I like gum, but I just like.
It's like those things. Like my parents would never let me have it, and once I finally did have it, I'm like, that's not a big deal.
See, like what I don't get.
I thought it tasted amazing, and it doesn't.
What I don't get is like it's like, hey, can I have some gum? Oh yeah, sure. Here, and you get like one stick, and you put it in your mouth, and you're like, there's like a really little amount of gum. And like I always find myself wanting like bigger amounts of gum, but like,
which is why you buy Hubba Bubba bubble tape.
Totally, dude. Yes, dude.
By the way, there's something about that gum that's like it's covered in that powder, and it's
what
just
is that powder?
And it's just like maybe it's starch. I don't know, but it's like it's not as pliable as other gum. You bend it a little bit and it breaks, and then it's like it just tastes good in your mouth. The flavor, you'd think like the flavor goes away pretty quickly, but that dust, like you put it on your tongue, and you're like. Your mouth waters instantly.
That's weird.
Good. That's good stuff.
It is some good stuff.
You know what I
really? Okay, I'm sorry. You know what I really love about that one? It started off with like that pink, like the pink tape,
and then like
the
sour one,
and then green and blue. Like the green and blue came out, and I was like, oh,
and then there's a sour one. There's like these like gummy ones.
Yeah, that was the green one. The green one was sour.
Okay, and I never had.
And there was a red one too, I think, and I
never had this until this past summer. So last summer, because we're about to hit summer.
You should put a picture up of all the flavors of the.
There they are.
Tape.
Okay,
sweet.
So last summer I had for the first time Big League Chew.
Also, do it with the cans.
Okay, sure.
All right,
Big League Chew.
Yeah.
So I was riding in Logan's car, and like I guess his little brothers had like the day before bought Big League Chew, and it was just in there, which is just like a big bag of gum, like just giant chunks of gum.
That's
That
just
gum's
it's
great.
It's like shards of gum.
It's great. Well,
It's
no,
like-
not that one.
What?
There's some that are like baggies, but like this one is like you open it up and it's like a fucking just like
a strip.
a huge thick strip of gum with a baseball card on the other side.
Yeah.
I think Big League Chew
Okay.
still has baseball. And I tried it. I'm like, that gum is great. Like that's the type of gum where like doesn't lose its flavor really quickly. It tastes good. And then if you really want some more, just break off a chunk and put it in your mouth.
Yeah, like that's cool. Like well, there was like the Big League Chew I'm talking about is like that comes in this pouch and like if you shake it, you hear like and like a
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like
you basically rip it up like it's chewing tobacco.
yeah.
And like the gum inside is like in little strips and shards, and like you just chew it like that.
Yeah, I
and
know
it's
what you're
supposed to like mimic baseball players chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
And, like kids would carry around Big League Chew like in their glove.
Big League Chew was like the shit in the 30s and shit.
Dude, yeah, because it was like they were mimicking the baseball players who would chew.
That's
Oh, and apparently, if you chew chewing tobacco from a pouch, like that's desperate for chewing tobacco. Like
In a
apparently, pouch tobacco is like gross. Like I didn't know this, but my friend Anthony like showed me this thing, and he was like, it was like a picture on iFunny, and it said like pouches, like something like pouches, and like he was like, yeah, but you got to be pretty desperate to get from pouches. And he doesn't like chew tobacco or anything. Like he probably knows plenty of people, but like I was like, oh, okay, I never thought about it before, but like I used to think about whenever I thought about chewing tobacco, I would think about it from a pouch, but like since I was about 10, it's always been from the can.
yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
What was I say? Oh, the thing about the baseball cards, I really want to know what movie this is from, and I'm probably going to sound dumb when I finally find out what movie it is. There's this really great movie line where they're like in Brooklyn or something, and then there's this kid, and he's like looking through a bunch of baseball cards, and the main character walks up to him and he's like, hey, what are you doing with those baseball cards? Well, why do you like those baseball cards so much? Oh, it's because like they're my heroes. I want to be like them. They're amazing. He's like, really? Why are they your heroes? I don't know. I just like them. Did they ever feed you? Did they ever do anything to your family? I don't know. Why would you give a fuck about them if they don't give a fuck about you? Give me those baseball cards.
Sandlot 3.
I'd be amazed if there's a Sandlot. Is there a Sandlot 2?
There is.
Really?
Would you what?
Is it good?
Yes, it's good.
Really?
Yeah. Real good.
I don't believe that.
Roll good.
I don't believe it. I
Why
don't
not?
believe it.
Why not? It's got like girls in it.
It just doesn't sound like it would be good.
It's like, okay.
It's like there's
like-
a Reckless Club 2. It went straight to DVD, but it's
Really?
no. But I'm just saying it's that same type of thing.
No, it's not.
That's like Home Alone 3. Oh,
It's
wait.
really not. Like the Sandlot, like the Sandlot. The Sandlot is like a thing that's like generational.
Mm-hmm.
Because like there's the kids that you see in the Sandlot, and then there's like the Hercules dog. And then there's like, I think his name is Achilles in Sandlot 2, but I'm not sure. It's like
Get it? Because another...
No, well, okay, it's the son of Hercules, but probably not Achilles. It's like the son of Hercules. It might also be Hercules or like Hercules Jr. or whatever.
Okay.
But,
Oh, I
like,
thought you were saying Achilles is the son of Hercules in Legend. I'm like, no, that's not
no,
true.
no. Achilles is the son of...
Hercules the dog.
What? No. Okay,
Oh, what?
Achilles is the son of some random bitch who dipped him in the river Styx by his ankles. Or by his...
No, I'm talking about the Sandlot.
Yeah, okay. Fuck. So... just
You
got
couldn't
doctor-
think of like dipping him in and then grabbing him by his arm just
For
dipping
real?
his foot in.
That's what I was thinking.
Would a double dip make him stronger?
I don't know.
Like a double,
Like
double coating?
ice cream?
No, I'm saying like
No,
if you,
yeah, I
like
know what
painting
you-
something twice.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But like, so like, basically in the Sandlot
You got
2...
dark in here.
Yeah, I know. I was like, fucking got darker. Like, I was getting brighter.
Oh, yeah, I got bright. Okay.
That's
Hey, look,
weird.
Godzilla.
That's kind of menacing, actually.
Yeah, that's not Godzilla. I don't
It's
think.
like the silhouette of T-Rex
Yeah.
against...
Did you see the new Godzilla trailer?
Yeah, I have seen this trailer.
It's great.
I've watched it backwards, too.
Why do people do that? Why is that entertaining?
I don't know. It's like
It's just not.
He like fixes the city and goes back into the ocean.
Stupid.
It is retarded.
That's really stupid.
Super retarded. But like, so anyway, in the Sandlot 2, it's like there's the new kid, and like there are these kids, and like this new kid's not good at baseball, but he's still like playing it,
Like
I
you
guess.
do.
And like these girls are there, and like the kid gets bullied by the kids who are on the Sandlot, and then this girl protects them, and then like the girl actually turns out that she owns the Sandlot, like it's on her property, and like so they have to be nice to him to play on the field. Like I'm basing this off memory that I've watched it like 3 years ago was the last time I watched it, and like so I think they have to be nice to the kid to play on the sandlot, and then they all eventually end up playing on the same team together, like girls and boys, and like you know the famous line like you play like a girl, and everyone's like. I think they say that in the second one, and the girls are like, "What does that mean? Huh? You want to go?"
And then the boys are just like,
they have a boys versus girls.
We've never gone this far before.
They have a boys versus girl like playoff thing, and the girls win, and like it's pretty hilarious actually. And like then they all end up being on the same team, I think. And then like the main character, like there's the main wimpy character, and then there's like the main character who's the lead.
Welcome to the Rip. Okay, continue.
To what?
The Rip.
The Rip. Oh. Is that the
Reviewing Idiots podcast or something?
Yeah, something like that. But like
Final Pookie.
What is that?
It's Pookie.
Please stop it.
For mini billiards.
Please stop it. Anyway, so
no, it's fine now.
So like so there's like the main character kid, and then there's like the other main character guy who's like the leader of the group, and he's like the cool guy. Not really cool guy, but like he's the cool one of them. And like he, as a kid, like they used to call him the Flash or something because he liked to run around and he had like a Flash
shirt.
No, like lunchbox.
In this movie, instead of is it like instead of the Chuck Taylors, it's the Flash? It's the Flash lunchbox?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, something like that.
That seems like a downgrade.
But like
they made.
Hold on. But he like went around with a cape. But like
Chuck Taylor, like in that movie, they made Chuck Taylor seem like it was like some legendary.
I'm pretty sure that movie was an entirety. It's like a commercial for Chuck Taylor's.
Maybe, and it was also I think it said in the time where like Chuck Taylors weren't big.
Yeah, but like but anyway, so
just like iRobot.
So like he was whenever he was a kid, he was running around one day and like he got like his leg bit, like a huge chunk of his leg bit, and it like he had to go to the hospital and everything, and like that became a legend with the dog who was like the second Hercules, and then like there was whenever they had to get the ball back because I think it was
damn, that's kind of dark.
Yeah, that is kind of dark. But like
thinking about the first one, I'm like, well, all the first dog really did was just scare him.
Yeah.
This one, he actually ripped a chunk
of
his leg.
I really like the wall of like washing machines and shit. That was fucking cool.
That is awesome.
But like so they had to go like into the backyard and like they were like, there's something you guys don't know about me, and he rolls up his leg and like the scar is there, and then he like puts on the cape, and then like he goes and gets the ball and he's like running, and like you basically see in slow motion there's a scene where he like comes around the corner and he's like and then like you see the dog behind him like and like
that just sounds kind of like a rip on the first movie.
But they're like running, and then like I can't remember exactly how it ended. Like I would need to watch it again. It's so good though. We need to watch it.
Okay, that sounds kind of entertaining.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, I'm sorry. I watched the last podcast you uploaded, which was Freaks, Geeks, Nerds and Scenes.
Yes.
And
no, that's not the last one.
It's not?
No, the last one I uploaded. Did you not see it?
What was the last one you uploaded?
Lucas vs. the World.
I watched Power. Fuck. I watched that one last time. I watched that one, and I watched it in 1.5 speed. It's like the perfect speed for our podcast.
Really?
Yeah, 1.5 times. Because like,
guys, set it to 1.5 speed.
Yeah, set it up to 1. Like probably not now because I'm talking pretty fast. But like in that podcast, set it to 1.5, and it's like we're rolling through shit, and like the pauses are like very minimal. It's like a couple second pauses at most. Like our long like 5-second pauses turn into like 2-second pauses.
Guys, listen to that way.
Yeah. By the way, what's up with the part 2 thing?
Huh? It's a 2-part.
When does that go up? Monday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm like, did we not film another part? And I clicked on the one that was the next day. I'm like, oh, we continued it.
You uploaded to Tuesday this week, didn't you? Because I didn't see it on Monday.
I uploaded it Monday.
When did you upload it? Like, it would have been 10 o'clock.
It would have been like 9.
Yeah, 9, 10. 9. Yeah.
So anyway, there's this baseball. There's a series. Okay, so my mom used to work with this lady. And her son, how long have we been recording?
35.
Cool. All right, so this mom used to work with this. This
mom?
My mom used to work with this lady, and her son was like 18 or so. He was just getting older, so he outgrew a bunch of his stuff. And like there was these books that like this book series that he had, that she would give to my mom because like mom's like, oh, my son likes baseball. This was back when I'm like, yeah, baseball is a thing I like. because
I used to like
guess.
baseball. Like, I wanted to play baseball, but my mom would never sign me up because, like, she didn't know the time to sign me up.
My mom would sign me up sometimes, and I just like once I started really getting into baseball, I'm like, yeah, I don't like baseball.
I don't like baseball.
Like I like baseball, but I don't like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
You don't like playing baseball?
No, playing baseball is fun.
You don't like
But you only
serious baseball.
But you play every like 5 minutes because it's 5 minutes of just standing and like, oh, here we, okay,
Yeah, I feel you.
start over. So I guess he was into baseball, and he had these book series called Something in Me. The actual term
Marley
was
and Me?
no, shut up. I guess the actual full title was like Baseball Cards Adventures, and like the first book she gave me was like the fourth one or something.
Huh.
And so I was confused. I thought they were.
I had that with Captain Underpants.
Yeah, me too. I read the fourth one too, and I was confused. And I'm like, oh, I guess they will explain in the first one. They don't. And the plot revolves around this kid. Oh, they touch on some touchy subjects. Like there's racism in there.
Yeah.
like they use the terms like
Negro?
no, like kike
Oh my gosh.
and stuff. And I'm like, at the time I'm like, I guess there's something racist. And then now I'm like, wow, that's kind of for like a little kid series.
For those of you who don't know, kike is a really bad term for like a Jewish person.
Yeah, and he's not Jewish, but they use stuff like that because there's like the first one has like the guy who owns the baseball memorabilia store is a racist.
Yeah.
But so it revolves around this kid and his parents are divorced and his dad's like really into baseball and so is the son and like his dad would give him baseball cards and then one day he gave him baseball cards and like whenever he would grab onto him, like you feel like you know that feeling you get in your hands when like it really falls asleep and it's just kind of like tingling and if like you move it kind of hurts a little.
Yeah.
He would get that feeling and he'd be freaked out. So apparently, if he has a baseball card of someone from a certain time period, he can travel back in time into that time period. But he has to have like a modern card to bring him back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's kind of pretty cool. So the adventures would revolve around him just having a card, and then like at the first, some of them are just like, I just feel like going back into this time to see what's up. And then sometimes it'd be like, oh, let's get a baseball signed by Babe Ruth so we can have a lot of money in the future. And then some of them were just like, okay, go back to the Civil War so you can start baseball so your parents actually get together so you can exist. Like,
what?
yeah. Okay, so that's like a weird one. Okay, so apparently the guy who invented baseball, lots of people say like that's not really him, but it was like this general in the Civil War, and like he found some kids playing like with sticks and shit, and he gave them a ball, and like they just kind of made up rules. And it was like the first thing that led to the creation of baseball. So you had to go back to the Civil War. Goes back to the Civil War to get like baseball started or whatever. And the whole book series is just him going back in time, having misadventures in the past.
Well, that sounds like quite the adventure.
I guess.